On this channel, I play as Toad a lot. You know, I like Toad as a character. He's kind of my little branding here. But the thing about Toad in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is... Oh, okay, the thing about Toad is that he's actually not a very viable character for the meta. You know, he's very light, he gets pushed around easily, he gets bullied on the track, and... Okay, why does this keep happening? The point I was trying to make is that Toad is not very viable for the meta, so I've actually secretly been a Drybones main in the past. So I main Drybones, the Flame Rider, the Leaf Tyres, and the Gold Glider. Well, that hasn't really changed, but as you can see, Drybones is obviously... He's still pretty light, but he's not as light as Toad. So he's definitely more fair to play with. So today I'm going to be playing some matches as Drybones. Because frankly, I'm washed. I've been out of the scene for a while. I really haven't played. There's a lot of Japanese players in this lobby. I really haven't played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe consistently, at least in about a year. So I'm going to try and get back into it. We got a Luigi here. He just fell off the track. Shout out to the guy who's got his head on backwards there. Alright, so we are starting off with Hyrule Circuit here, 150cc. This is a track I'm not too shabby with. Obviously, it's been a while since I've played most tracks, so I'm probably not going to be great. Is there a Toad in our lobby? I think I just saw a Toad. So there's a couple Yoshi Teddy Buggies, a couple Luigis. There is indeed a Toad. So if I lose to him, then this is just going to be embarrassing. But my defense is I have not played in a long time. Okay, couldn't get an iron box off rip. Not a fantastic start there. The reason I choose this combo when I'm trying to get back into playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Online is the inside drift. Compared to my Toad combo, he's got a much tighter drifting turn, which I think just makes it easier for me to take the corners at these higher CCs when I've kind of, you know, I don't have the timings down as well after all this time, and the track layouts, I'm still pretty familiar. You know, it's muscle memory to an extent, and just like years of playing, but you know, I'm still only a 3.5k VR player, so I'm not going to be super amazing at the game. Might take a cheeky shortcut here. It seems like this Yoshi had the same idea. Take the corner there. That was a little bit risky. I took that at a little bit of a wrong angle, but it still worked out for us. We still got a nice third place going here. I'm going to hold on to this mushroom, I think, and get the double box so that hopefully whoever's behind me can't. Because, you know, sometimes this game's just about being a hater like that, you know? You gotta love being a hater, right? Ooh. Cheeky shell dodge. Got a fire so that I can maybe destroy something behind me if I get lucky. I'm just gonna hold on to it for now, because I don't think I'm gonna pass these two guys up ahead, so really, I don't want to waste my items trying to do that. I'm just gonna be about holding the position that I have, because this is still a good position. Really, anything about 5th or 4th place for me is a position that I'm kind of okay ending a race with. I'm going to send some retaliatory fireballs back just because that guy's sending them my way. I don't want him to get too cocky. But thanks to that explosion, it looks like Roy's been taken out, so I can try and hit this. I'm not going to be able to get that red shell out of here, but yeah. Rookie mistake, pal. You sent the second red shell way too early. Hit that bomb there. Oh! I didn't realize there was a bomb in front of me. But with a little bit of luck, I can just about secure second place for our first race. You know, not too bad. I'm chuffed with that. I can definitely be happy with that. And our second track is Sweet Sweet Canyon. I love me a bit of Sweet Sweet Canyon. Again, have not played this one in about a year. The last couple of days I have spent practicing some tracks, but obviously Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has a lot of tracks, and I'm not going to practice them all. I just want to get back into it, and I think there's really, you know, I can do time trials, I can do offline versus, but there's really no better way to get back into the game than to just enter some online races and get my butt absolutely kicked. Ah, that was a risky move on my part. I tried to use my mushroom to get the double iron box before Roy did, but obviously it did not work. That's fine. We're still around the middle of the pack, and that's a position I can definitely live with. You see, I haven't played in so long that I'm messing up little basic things like this. It's definitely a little bit of a poor performance on my part. That's also very early. I pretty much just woke up and I thought I'd hop on the game, have a nice start to my day, a few races. The 5th place I can definitely live with. Okay, I actually snagged the iron box right as it respawned there. That's something we love to see. Gotta be careful with this Scuba Trooper. He's probably mad that I'm dead and he's alive. I don't know why he'd be mad about that. I just kind of said that before I actually thought about the logistics there. Why would a Scuba Trooper be mad that another version of him on the track is dead? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Oh, triple reds. That is what we love to see. We'll snag her out. Ah, did not mean to hit her with the 3rd shell as well. That's okay. We still managed to use those to secure ourselves a lovely 3rd place heading into the final lap. So Bullet Bill, the very high up Bullet Bill, probably bags that one a little bit. There's a Roy up here. Well, I think just used his shell, but I got to use this one to dodge. It looks like I've got a star in 3rd place, which is very interesting, and the red shell went on the wrong track, so I can hit him with that. Use the star to protect myself. Get a nice drift, and get in a nice 2nd place finish. That's what we like to see. Very lucky 3rd place star. I haven't had a star in that high of a position in a long time. I swear Waluigi Stadium and Ribbon Road are always up against each other in these votes, and I always go for Waluigi Stadium because I haven't played it that much and I'd love more practice on it, but Ribbon Road always wins. I swear. Every time. Told you. It always wins. The game's got something for Ribbon Road. Now, I don't mind me a bit of GBA Ribbon Road. I think it's a very good track. I just would love more practice on Waluigi Stadium in some onlines, but still a very Japanese-dominated lobby. I haven't had one of those in a while. It's usually a little bit more mixed, but it's probably because of the time of day I'm playing. It's still very early in the morning in the Americas. I think it's a lot of Europe that's got better things to do in the morning than play Mario Kart Deluxe, but not me. I'm not gonna get my VR up if I'm in bed sleeping like a fool, am I? Ah! Spotted that red shell. But there was really not much I could do besides put on the brakes, and I didn't really want to do that. That's okay. We can use the coin we've got to get ourselves a little bit of a speed boost. Not that nominal, but it's something. I'm gonna try and hit the... This is a risky, considering how long it's been since I've played, to try and hit one of those shortcuts, because they're not the easiest shortcuts in this game. But it worked out for us. Toad is actually beating me right now. But I can snag a little mushroom from him. Thank you, Toad. I'm going to hit this guy with the red shell. Thought they kind of netcoded their way out of that one for a second there, but no. That worked out okay. I'm taking a lot today, aren't I? The things are just working out okay, and that's because they are. Yeah, bad drift there. Bad drifting arc. Still, I'm finding that the races where I'm kind of sitting in 4th, 5th, 3rd place a lot. You see what I mean? It's too risky for a certified washed up man like myself. I'm gonna try it again anyway. It worked out. It worked out. That's what we love to see. I like the races where I'm kind of sitting in the middle of the pack more. Because in the back of the pack, yes, you can bag some good items, but it's also pretty stressful, and I don't always possess the skill set to actually get out of that. But when I'm in the middle of the pack, it's like, okay, no matter what happens, as long as I don't fall further down, I'm probably going to end out okay. And usually, at least today, it's not working out too bad, but I'm going to have to cross my dry bone fingers on that, because you never know what might happen, right? Don't want to curse it or anything. But it's now me versus this Toad. So I'm gonna... Oh. Well, I guess we found out who's gonna win this then. Unless... No! I could have hit the mushroom, but the cheeky lightning bolt got me in the end there. That was unfortunately timed. But again, 2nd place. A lot of 2nd places today. That's fine. Okay, GCN DK Mountain is what we love to see. This is a track that I definitely don't have that much experience in, but I think I've definitely got the muscle memory for it just from the Wii days, because it was a retro course back on Mario Kart Wii as well, and I grew up playing that probably for 100 hours. I think after 8, it's definitely the game in the series that I've played the most. So I'm gonna... It's definitely gotten easier, I think, with this incarnation. I think there's something just about the engine in Mario Kart 8 that just makes this track not as hard as it was in Wii. It definitely feels more big and open as well. There's a lot more space to kind of breathe and avoid fireballs like that. But that said, though, I am still pretty much at the back of the pack right now. But there's still time to bring it back. You know, I can try for a very risky... Yeah, that was not going to work. That was honestly a pretty stupid move on my part. But that's the kind of moves you get when you haven't played in a long time. Is that guy got a Iron Man? Is this me? I don't know how on earth he managed that, but that is pretty cool. Yeah, this is the issue with not playing for so long. You kind of forget the distance between the gaps and things like that, and you just make silly moves. So I'm going to use this bullet bill right after I finish the cannon, because it doesn't really give you a speed boost in the cannon, so there's really not much point. You see that guy just did the exact same thing there. So I'm probably not going to beat him, but I can at least get that item box and get a little bit of an increase in my position. A blooper, and we dodged the lightning. That is beautiful. I think the Toad dodged the lightning with his bullet bill too. Probably not a good time to use the bullet bill, but at least I can confuzzle the person in first. So this gap, I think, is definitely possible to skip, but I think you need a lot more momentum than I gave it. I actually think I lost my drift there because I went too high on the elevation. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. These Yoshi players, man, you've got to watch out because they will just strike you down with the green shell at any chance. They are brutal. But that's okay. Honestly, I'd rather be behind him. So maybe by the end of lap 3 I can overtake him and I don't have to deal with him. He's got a triple mush. Hit the mushroom into the double box. Check for the bullet bill. Yeah, there's a star behind me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring this one back, to be honest. It's been going pretty poorly. And the blue shell and the lightning. The lightnings have been doing me. But this guy dropped his mushroom, so I can at least overtake this Yoshi, and there's no more item boxes in this course. So hopefully, he can't overtake me. Get a double tricks on the bridge. We can come in for a cheeky 4th place. That's still VR game. And it's experience on DK Mountain, which I clearly sorely need. 2 GameCube tracked back to back. Now actually, this is one that I voted for because it was up against Snowland from the GBA, and I like Snowland, but I also know for a fact that I am not very good at it. Pretty much everyone voted for Snowland, so I'm pretty happy that we actually got a Daisy Cruiser outcome here. Because, you know, I've never played Mario Kart Double Dash. I would love to play it someday. It's definitely on my to-do list. It's the last Mario Kart I need to play. You know, I've played every other game thanks to things like Switch Online and Wii U Virtual Console, like, you know, the games that came out before I even existed. But Double Dash has always eluded me. So hopefully with the Nintendo Switch 2, we can get ourselves some Mario Kart Double Dash Online. I hear a blue shell. I'm just gonna let it go past me, nuke this poor Luigi, unless he gets a super one, I guess. But he did not. And now... Oh, I thought he was mine for the taking, but the red shell decided that it would combust into nothingness. Don't really know what it hit there, but that's fine. I always go for this path. I actually do not know if it's faster or not. I'm pretty sure it is slightly faster. Oh, shoot. That was a fumble on my part. Thought I had a red shell. Only briefly saw. I was too distracted thinking about which path would be faster. I kind of let the... Oh, great. I'm gonna let that look. I'm gonna let that guy pass me tactically, and then I'm just gonna hit him and overtake him back. And my mushroom got lightninged out of me. The lightnings today, the lightning bolts have been very brutal. Yeah, see what I mean? The Yoshis, they will go out of their way to hit you, no matter what. That guy could have just passed me, but no, he was... and I was holding to the left. I was committed to make sure he couldn't hit me. But it looks like we got a boo up here. But it looks like we won't be ending this one in a particularly amazing position. Which honestly is pretty much entirely my fault. You know, a bit of bad luck, but mostly just some really bad plays. But that's okay, that's what we came here to do. That's what we came here to practice. Get the Luigi out, but the netcode, it still gets him in 8th place, actually. GBA Mario Circuit. I think this would probably be our last track of the day. You know, I just wanted a short little 30-40 minute session to just get back into the flow of things. And I think GBA Mario Circuit is a good place to finish. We've got an Iggy in the lobby now, and a Splatoon Kid, a Donkey Kong. We've definitely had a bit of a cabinet reshuffle with this match, but the Yoshis are still here, which means my life is still going to be an absolute nightmare. And we've got a banana offer in 4th place. I'm pretty sure that's maybe one of the worst things you can get in 4th, especially if someone red shells you immediately after you lose it. So, you know, could have been useful if I kept it for a little bit longer, but that's okay. Hit the double iron box. Got the triple bananas. Again, I'm getting a lot of banana-related potassium kind of item drops today. I don't think that Splatoon Kid is very good, just based off of their combo and the way they're driving, so I was trying to hit him out with the banana there. I don't think it quite worked. And like that blue shell pass. I'm just playing super aggressively really in this last race, because clearly this lobby has been holding no punches towards me. Yoshi missed the double box, so I'm going to hit the shell. I got a super horn. That's nice. Bit of a wasted super horn there, actually. I could have maybe done something with that, but really I just want to... If I'm in 5th place, I really want to just free up my item box slots for something that can hopefully give me a little boost, like a mushroom, or preferably a triple mush. A star! Okay, I can definitely live with that. I'm definitely being a lot less conservative with items than I usually would be, but that worked out for me there, because of, yet again, another lightning bolt. But being able to skip that with a star got me into a cheeky first, which does not seem to have lasted very long, but thanks to my star exploits, we are ending the last race in 2nd place. Only a 2-minute long race that was a pretty short one, but I'm happy with that. That was good. So thank you all for tuning in. I'm back. I'm now Drifting Jack. I'm no longer Nitro Toad, if you're confused. Good morning, and if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.